Namaskaram Guruji. We are live now.
Okay, very good. Okay. So start the class with a chant to our Lord Ganesha, because we just finished our Ganesha Chaturthi. This is the first sloka of Subramanya Bhujangam. Whoever knows this sloka, please stand with me. Okay. Am I audible? My sound is audible? Om Sada Bala Rupapi Vignyatrihantri Mahadanti Bhaktrapi Panchasyamanya Vidhindra Bimrugya Ganesha Bhidame Vidattam Shriyam Kapi Kalyana Murti. Om. Let's start our Prarthana Slokas. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvadam Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurut Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Hridaya Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Mande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Katav Bande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandra Shekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Sunvanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samaka Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Tritiyodhyayah Karma Yoga. Let's all chant sloka 3 and 4 together and then go forward. Okay. Slokas 3 and 4, chapter number 3. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Lokesmin Vidhanishta Ura Prokta Mayanagha Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam Nakarmana Manarambha Naishkarmyam Purushošnute Nacha Sanyasana Deva Siddhim Samadhigacchati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. See, when you chant sloka number 4 in one line without a break, Nakarmana manarambhan naishkarmyam purushošnute, the nakara can be carried over. Okay. If you want to stop in between, it comes dhakaram. Nakarmana manarambhad naishkarmyam purushošnute nacha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigacchati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We didn't chant the Adi Shankaracharya's Mangala Shloka. Om Narayana Parom Yaktat Andamam Yakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi me lokaha Saptadvipa cha medini. Om. Now, what is the development of Karma Yoga? So we know that in second chapter, Bhagavan advised Jnana Yoga to Arjuna and said that a person who attains Jnana will never get deluded. So don't forget the last sloka of the second chapter. Bhagavan clearly said that Esha Brahmi Chitif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati. Vimuhyati is very important. Underline that. What is the state of Arjuna? What is Arjuna's state of mind? I hope you can connect the end of second chapter with the third chapter. What is Arjuna's state of mind? One of confusion. Correct? One of confusion. And the confusion has come as a result of what? What is the triad? So we know that he had what? Raga, then what? Raga Dvesha leads to Shoka and then Moha. Don't forget, these are all our standard tenets of studying Bhagavad Gita. Please don't forget. Very good, Kalam. Raga, Shoka, Moha. Don't forget that. See, you can have Raga or Dvesha when interacting in the world. What is Raga or Dvesha? Raga is attachment. Dvesha is what? No, totally having a jealousy. Dvesha means what? Hatred, correct. Hatred. So, likes and dislikes are fundamental to our existence in world, right? We like something, we dislike something else. You know, so we want something which we like. What we don't want, we want it to get away from our world. So, likes and dislikes are part of the world. And so, Raga, Dvesha, what happens when you like things, it happens, then you're happy. More often than not, what you like won't happen in the world. Correct or not? Correct, no? What is the percentage? More often than not, whatever you like will not happen. So that raga, attachment leads to shoka. Shoka means what? Sorrow. Yes or no? Aruna, right? No? And then when you are in state of sorrow, then you get into moha, delusion, because you don't know what is right and what is wrong. Clear, no? So far you're clear. Now, how to live a life which is first confusion free? First, now should have some clarity in life, right? How to live a life without confusion? Once you know how to live a life without confusion, which means what? Every step that you take in your daily life will be deliberate, will lead to success. Do we not want such a kind of life? Yes or no? We all want that. No, Bhanumati madam, please, hold on. I don't want you to wordsmith. You follow the lessons, okay? See, we all first need to lead a life which is without confusion. And that path of life where you continue to do what you are doing, but live a life without confusion and reach a stage called as what we have defined as dependent happiness, because we are all living for happiness, yes or no? All of us want happiness in life, right? Happiness, the right way, the dharmic way, the clear way, doubtless way, every step you take in your worldly activities, if you have to live properly such that you are happy, that path is called karma yoga. Write down. Bhagavan, I'm actually translating Bhagavan's sloka number 3 in your own worldly language. Today, we are all having what? Happiness and sorrow, a mixture, yes or no? How much percentage is happiness? How much percentage is sorrow? You tell me. What is the percentage? Happiness and sorrow. Shankar Ganeshan, solungo. 50-50. Okay, very good. How do we increase that to say 90-10 or 95-5? Arvind Balasubramaniam. Whatever you are doing, I'm not saying you should go and retire to forest. Sheetal Rathor. You don't need to go anywhere. Being what you are doing with all the problems around, because people are not going to change around. Yes or no? Naveen Balwat. No, husband won't change, wife won't change. Right? They should not change actually. You should live with them for life. Okay. Then children also will not listen. Boss will never be, correct. Boss will always be unreasonable. Correct? So world itself looks very, 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 against you. In spite of everything happening. Ram, correct? Nah. We all celebrated Chaturthi very well. Very good. So everything will look so very against you when you enter the world. How do we still live life following what we are doing? That life is called karma yoga. So Bhagavan says, karma yogena yoginam. No, please follow. Please follow the lessons. Please don't jump, all of you. Please follow lessons. Okay. So karma yogena yoginam. That means what? First, you learn to live life in a proper, systematic, dharmic way. And you reach a state where all the things that you do are deliberate, and by doing those actions correctly in a dharmic way, you have reasonable amount of happiness in your life. And once you reach that stage, the next stage is called as moving towards independent happiness. One is called dependent happiness. That is called karma yoga. When you do karma yoga properly, your happiness is still dependent on certain things. I'll tell you what are they. And from there, once you have a life which is lived like karma yogi for n number of years, then you move towards independent happiness. First point, please note down. Bhagavan mentions the word nishtha. Right now, nishtha. Lokesmin vidha nishtha pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. Yes or no? Right? And look at the second sloka. Nakarmana manarambha naishkarmyam purushoshnute nacha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigacchati. So, Bhagavan says in sloka number 3, twofold paths have been described from time immemorial. What are they? One is called the path of karma yoga, mostly for householders. For householders, Bhagavan is recommending karma yoga. And for the people who are contemplative, who can live without dependence mentally on other people, for them, Bhagavan is recommending what? Sankhya or Jnana Yoga. Please understand. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Sankhya and Jnana are interchangeable in this context because second chapter is called Sankhya Yoga or Jnana Yoga. Please understand. So, Bhagavan is saying Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Sankhyanam is one who is going to be contemplative. And in sloka number 4, Bhagavan is saying, just by avoiding action, one cannot attain liberation. Very important point. What is the principle? Once you are acting, there is an equal and opposite reaction, yes or no? For every action, you have to get karma phalam. You do karma, you get karma phalam. KRC money, understanding? No. So some buddhiman, some very intelligent person like us, no? Brihaspati went and said to his guru that I will not do any action, so I will not get any reaction, so I will get liberation. No chance. Bhagavan is saying by abstaining from action, one cannot get liberation. Point 1. Yes or no? That means what? One has to be in action. Then another person said, no, I will not do action, but I will take sannyasa. Nah. Standard. Any problem in life, Naveen, you say, no, I will leave the family life. Very, very tough. This family life is very tough. From morning to night, continuously pressure is there. So I leave it and go and take sannyasam. Bhagavan says, even by renunciation also, one cannot obtain liberation. Ashaji, you are understanding? Very, very subtle point. None of the people who explain Gita explain this properly. Please understand. Neither by giving up action, which means what? You can be a worldly person, like brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, which means what? Why do we take the life of grihastha? Let me ask the question, Hemaji. Why do we take the ordained way of life as grihastha? We want to have what? Emotional dependence on people around, right? Wife, children, we believe they will be supportive. Yes or no, Lataji? Correct? Huh? Is that right or not? Can you be alone? Acharya says, Ekante sukhamasyatam. You should say, Acharya, we cannot be like that. No, correct? Huh? So in the beginning, we are dependent on parents. And at some point in time, we have people around. So we are dependent. So that is the life that we live. And being in that life, if you want to be eternally happy, Bhagavan says that, no, the liberation, eternal happiness is not possible by abstaining from action. So what? You have to do action. Please understand. Then, even if you quit all this action and go become contemplative and sit down in one place and keep on doing whatever, taking ochre robe and sitting, even then you will not get liberation. Then Bhagavan has thoroughly confused you, yes or no? What is the key to liberation? Now you all should answer the question, Arvind. What is the key to liberation? What is the only way to get liberation? Very good, Saudamani. Oh, now you can say Gnanam, Gnanam, Gnanam. Now please understand. Jnanadevatu kaivalyam. Tamevam vidvan amritaha iha bhavati. Vidya, madam, understanding, no? Tamevam vidvan amritaha iha bhavati means what? That person who understands Aham Brahmasmi alone will get eternal happiness. Are you clear? Brahmavidya apnoti param. Brahmavit param apnoti. One who gets Brahma Jnanam alone will be eternally happy and lead a peaceful, satisfied life. Get the point? So that is what Upanishad says. So when Bhagavan is saying, neither by giving up action in a worldly life, nor by renunciation and taking akar robe and sitting in one place and planning what building should I build, which school should I construct, how many schools, so many things. See, even putting on this dress, akar robe, people can keep thinking of so many things. It is not going to give you liberation. What is the key to moksha? Gnanam. Gnanam is the key to moksha. And so Bhagavan is saying, being at the comfort of your home, leading a life of karma and karma yoga, if you can learn the Vedanta Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutras, what? Suresh Kumar, correct? Nalla, Chakkanni, Raja Margamo, best of both worlds, double benefit program. Study the Shastras every weekend like this, every week, spend 4-5 hours. Study, understand Aham Brahmasmi, then you get liberated. And please understand, later Bhagavan is going to say, even when you take to a renunciation life, what? Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritatvama nashuhu. That's what the mantra we say. It's called Yati Swagata Mantram, when inviting Yati, right? Even for a sannyasi, Venkat Chaitanaman, just by taking sannyasa ashrama, one will not get moksha. Please don't be under the impression by taking to sannyasa ashrama you'll get moksha. Then what is the key to moksha even in sannyasa ashrama? In sannyasa ashrama, Gnanam only is the key to moksha. There is a smriti vakya, write down. Sanyasya shravanam kuryat. Srini Swami sir, please write down. Sanyasya shravanam kuryat. After taking to sannyasam, Shravanam, start with Shravanam, Vedanta Shastra Shravanam, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Sakshatkara. That is the only way to get liberation, moksha, eternal happiness here and now. Are you all clear? Can 5 people answer this question? Are you all clear now? What is the path to liberation? Either you can have a life of discipline, nishtha, which means set of activities you do being a grihastha, or a set of activities, discipline you do becoming a sannyasi. That is a lifestyle. That is a lifestyle. I told you. The lifestyle of an athlete is different from a wrestler, from a boxer, from a player, from a corporate executive or a teacher or whatever. Right? Lifestyle will be different. That is nishtha, discipline. But in that lifestyle, if you can incorporate Vedantic studies and get Gnanam, then you will get liberation. You know, that's what the unsaid in sloka number 3 and 4 is focus on Vedanta, Shastra, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Are you all clear now? Exactly what we are doing as part of Brahmavidya, sitting down and studying our Shastras. Today we are doing Bhagavad Gita. After all the other intermediate technical challenges are solved, we will do Upanishad studies and Arvind. Then we'll do Brahma Sutra studies also. Arams, slowly keep studying. Give it 20, 30, 40 years. Doesn't matter. What Bhagavan told. Even Titvasyam Antakalepi, even during your last years also, if you're able to get this Gnanam, then you can get this moksham. There's no hurry. Chumma, pasta, like in YouTube, you get five slokas in 1 hour Gita. No use. Study systematically, give it time, understand in detail, get Gnanam and moksha assured. Clear? So far, are you clear? The path to moksha, path to liberation? Okay. Now, how do I become a karma yogi? What am I doing in a part of Grihastha life? I'm running around for money, position, power, family, happiness, taking care of people. You are doing a lot of things, right? How do I become a karma yogi from being a mere performer of action? And for that only, all of you, please go and visit our website, Brahmavidya In the first home page, we have put a small video of 3.5 minutes. Have you all seen it or not? Has anybody seen it? In that, we are defining steps for dependent happiness and steps for independent happiness. Please make it part of your DNA. What we are going to do is all the tips and tools required for dependent happiness, that is karma yogena yoginam. Write down. What we have put in the first slide is karma yogena yoginam. The second slide, independent happiness, is jnana yogena sankhyanam. Are you getting the point? That is jnana yoga. Second part, independent happiness, is only Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Are you clear? Bhagavan is giving you now a combination of both as part of your grihasthashrama. That is the beauty of your Bhagavad Gita. Sundarama Suprabhatam. Even in the 18th chapter, Arjuna asks about sannyasa. Bhagavan definitely avoids that and says, forget about that. Come and understand what is Gnanam. He wants to focus on Gnanam. So whether you are a grihastha or sannyasi, Aruna, you're understanding? No. Gnanam, knowledge is the key. Knowledge that I am pure consciousness. I am not his body, sense organs, mind, intellect is a key to eternal happiness. So focus on that. So today we'll take 5 minutes to show you once again, refresh your mind about how do you manage your 4 key instruments given to you. Bhagavan has given you physical body, yes or no? Right? Has given you an emotional mind. Mind is emotional by nature. Then there is a very decisive intellect which takes decisions. Then beyond this is a psychological aspect of you. How many of you have understood you have got a psychological personality? Let me ask this question. Do you understand you have got a psychological personality? The psychological personality will manifest, Malati madam, more often than not, either in dreams or when you have nothing to do. Blank mind, when you are suddenly sitting, all your psychological things will come out. And normally what people do is psychological problems, mood swings. Yes. People try to solve a wrong means. They take to addiction. Have you seen? Have you seen? So especially for all your children, your grandchildren, please advise them. Ask them to come and attend. We want to give all the tips and tools. How to manage your psychological personality, how to manage your physical personality, how to manage your emotional personality, how to manage your intellectual personality. See, now when you have all these 4 aspects more or less in order, Sri Devi and Ganesh, will you not be able to earn proper wealth to take care of family and run a very happy life? Yes or no? If these 4 are running properly, just like the 4 wheels of a car, they are moving smoothly, car will go very fast, correct? Similarly, these 4 aspects you manage properly and your life will be what? No, life ban gaya. Life will be done. So we are going to now give tips and tools, and what our plan is that we want to create small apps, app which will say what are the steps for physical health, what are the steps for emotional health. Small things that you practice every day, because unless you practice every day, you will not make it a habit. Yes or no? Sir, once a week I'll do, sir. Once a month I'll do, sir. It will not be part of your life. That means what? Within 15-20 minutes every day, you keep on practicing it. Like how many of you skip a meal every day? Anybody skipped a meal? Maybe once in 1 month you'll skip a meal, right? You will never skip a meal. Correct? You'll never skip at least being clean, right? So like that, it should be part of your DNA. Then only you will be able to integrate that in your life and move from being a mere consumer, karma, doing continuously, to karma yogi. 5 minutes, quickly we'll present. Kalamalan, please present the slide that we made. Quickly, 5 minutes, we'll rush through and then go to the next sloka. That you'll understand, okay? Okay, now, can you put it in view mode, please? In PowerPoint view mode, a lot of things are the ribbon you should close. Very good. Excellent. Now you see, now, 4 aspects: physical health, emotional health, intellectual health, and psychological health. When you are able to manage these 4 properly, you are able to live a life which is moving towards what you call as dependent happiness. And what is required for this? You require self-effort. That means what? Everyday discipline is required. Maintain your physical health by doing pranayama, yoga, sattvic food and cleanliness. This is how you move from being a karmi to karma yogi. You can also maintain physical health by jogging and all those other things. That doesn't really matter. But how do you get the Vedic way of life integrated in your life? These are 4 steps you do. Similarly, manage your emotions. Do chants, music, japa, puja, yatra, once in a way. Maintain good intellectual health, constant urge to learn. And learn from our history of Puranas, Itihasas. History repeats itself. So many episodes in our life you can connect to our Ramayana, Mahabharata, other Bhagavata, Purana, everything. And psychological health, extremely important. When you come to 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we'll teach you how to do meditation as per Bhagavad Gita. When you live a life like this systematically, then you become karma yogena yoginam. From normal karma, which is confusion, which is consumer orientation, become a karma yogi, become a contributor. Your mind becomes more clean, you get clarity and calmness. So what Bhagavan is saying, Vedas are saying is that lead a balanced lifestyle. Don't let it not be only, for example, I'm a software engineer, I want to become CTO. So I'm going to only keep on coding. I will not take care of physical health. I will not go for a jog in the morning. I will not exercise. I will not do meditation. I don't do chanting. I don't do Vedas, nothing. Then some point in time, you will get into psychological problem. Yes or no? Similarly, I'm a very good athlete. I only focus on physical health. I will not focus on other aspects. Life will become disastrous. Similarly, I'm a musician. I will only chant music. I will not go for physical health or not try to understand what I'm trying to do and psychological aspect. So please understand, life is a package. Unless you take care of all these things properly, you will not reach a certain state of happiness. It's called dependent happiness, where all these things happen systematically. Once you are actually a practicing karma yogi, you can move to the next stage. Go to the next slide. Please go to the next slide. Slide 2. That is on. Put it on view mode, please. View mode. Thank you. Put it on view mode. Thank you. Can you put it on view mode? Very good. Now, after practicing that karma yogi lifestyle, you develop a sense of detachment towards everything around you, mentally, not physically. Your own body, your own mind, your own sense organs, intellect, people around you, you'll be very kind to them. You'll do everything properly. But internally, you'll start understanding that this is not the real me. And to get that knowledge fortified, sit down with a teacher, underline this, sit down with a teacher and become a Jnana yogi. Study Upanishads, study Bhagavad Gita, study Brahma Sutra, study Prakarana Granthas, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and then you get Sakshatkaram. Here and now you become a realized person, eternally happy, and in the process you can build the Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Please don't think that unless I practice and get no Shamadama, Uparati, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana, Sadhana Chatushtayam, which is what? Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mokshatam. Unless I get that, don't wait for that. I should be certified. No? What? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna. Only after that I'll start saying Vedanta. Don't wait. It's not going to happen. I told you. So practice both together. Live a disciplined life, which we told dependent happiness. Spend quality time every week, 4 or 5 hours studying Vedanta Shastra. Move your life systematically for 2-3 decades. Then I'm telling you, here and now, you will get that Gnanam and you'll be eternally happy. And you'll see the elements of that happening. Can we go back to normal mode? Thank you. Balaji and Lakshmi, thank you. Thank you, please. Okay, now we'll come back to normal view mode, please. Thank you. Can we put the focus back? Okay. Okay, fine. So have you all understood this? Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yogina. Rephrase that. Karma yogena yoginam, jnana yogena sankhyanam. Now you are understanding how we should readjust. We say in Kannada, no? Mamta Patil madam, adjust madi. Adjust madadala idu. We have to put a discipline, and the word nishtha is important. Underline nishtha. Discipline. So I keep saying, please maintain a spiritual timetable. One day I'll take a special session on that. You want a session on that? I'll take you how to draw your spiritual timetable depending on your capability, because the time will not be same for everybody. Sita, yes, madam. For people who are 70 plus, the timetable look different. People who are 9 to 15, one timetable, 16 to 30, one timetable, 31 to 50, one timetable, 50 to 70, 70 plus. Because Brahmavurte Uttishta. That means what? As per Shastras, one should get up in the Brahma Muhurtam, 4, 4:15, 4:30, correct? But it is not recommended for old people. Please understand. For them, Shastras give relaxation, because they cannot have that wherewithal to get up very early in the morning. Correct? Shastram gives a lot of exceptions. Similarly, lot of vratas, lot of these people, I won't eat anything. Not meant for old people, not for people having diabetes and all. People think by being without food for 5 days, I will get everything solved. You all have this vow, no? You go to Ganesha and say, next 4 days, I will eat only this much, or I will not eat anything, I will eat only fruit. So for that, I am doing a equation with Bhagavan. You solve this problem for me. We all do that or not? Tell me, are we all doing that or not? I will do Ekadashi Vratam. So within another 6 months, somebody from Jyotish will say, you do Ekadashi Vratam for 6 months, 1 year, then you will get something solved. All this is good. I'm not saying it is not good, but please don't have too much of dependence on that. How many of you have got problems solved just by doing that? Tell me. Has problems been solved just like that? Problems will get solved at an appropriate time based on our Purva Janma karma. Plus, please understand. What is important is a regulated lifestyle. Depending on your age, your surroundings, your profession, your intellectual capability, psychological health, emotional health. Unless you understand yourself properly, Raja Sagar, each one is different, yes or no? Are all the same? Huh? So you have to draw, and I'll help you draw your spiritual timetable, follow that systematically, fine-tune it. That is the path to eternal bliss. This is personally practiced by us for more than 300. I'm sharing with you not bookish things. I'm sharing with you what has been practiced systematically. Customized solutions. Clear, no? But broadly, understanding is Dhyana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yogina. Clear, no? Okay, now we will now chant 4th sloka again, do Padavibhaga Anvaya, understand, and then go forward. I wanted to explain to you that what Bhagavan has told in Bhagavad Gita, what the Vedas say, karma, upasana, jnana, kayikam, vachikam, manasam, karma, all that is what has been distilled and presented beautifully for your sake in a simple form in our website. What we have put in our website is a real Vedic way of life, not just focusing on only one aspect, not just focusing on yoga. Somebody with a beard comes and you do this yoga, you'll get no. Only meditation also won't help. All aspects are required. Even if you do all that, you will still be a dependent happiness. Unless you come and study Vedanta Shastras, understand your true nature, you cannot get eternal happiness, which is called as, no? Bhagavan says, Siddhim, 2 words used, Naiskarmyam and Siddhim. Siddhim samadhi gacchati. Underline these 2 words, Naiskarmyam and Siddhim. I'll explain. For people who are very interested, Ram Subbu, write down a beautiful text called Naiskarmya Siddhi. Paranga. Bhagavan vandu Naiskarmyam, he told in the 3rd padam, and Siddhim, he told in the Naiskarmya 2nd pada. 2nd pada, Naiskarmyam is coming or not? Sloka number 4, 2nd padam, Naiskarmyam. Circle that. In the 4th padam, Siddhim is coming. Circle that. So, there is a great disciple of Acharya Shankara called Sureshwaracharya. Write down. He wrote a wonderful book, very difficult to understand. Our Guruji has done no lessons for this. Naiskarmya Siddhi. Write down. At least we'll know. Raja Sagar, such great text exists called Naiskarmya Siddhi. Naiskarmya Siddhi means how does one reach a state of actionless bliss? I told you the path of Vedas, Vedanta is from sound to silence, from action to inaction, from known to unknown, from karma to jnana. Don't forget all these things. That is a wonderful path. Na Arvind, Purnida. Naishkarmya siddhi naka. Siddhi means liberation. Naishkarmya is inaction. We all are doing action to attain happiness. How can you be ever happy without action? That is a beautiful text. Entire Vedanta Saram is there. Naishkarmya siddhi for reference. You are all having patience. One day I will do that lesson also. Beautiful text. Naishkarmya siddhi. So what is Bhagavan saying? Sloka number 4. Just by avoiding action, that means what? I will not do any action because I'm going to get reaction. One is not going to get liberation. Just by putting on awkward robe and say, I'm renounced. No, I told you one sloka also. Jatilo mundi lunchita kesha. Terima kashayam harabahukrita vesha. Pashyanna pijana pashyati mudha. Udara nimittam bahukrita vesha. What does Acharya say? So, Jatilo mundi lunchita kesha. Person has actually tonsured the head. Sannyasi ganna irukano. Motta, kutta, tatta, and mala. That is what is sannyasi oda lakshanam. Jatilo mundi lunchita kesha. Kashayam, you understand, no? Put the kashaya vastram. Na, pashyanna pichana pashyati mudha. Pashyati naka here, person has to go and focus on Vedantic study and get the darshana, that view, that aham brahmasmi. Na pashyati. The Vedanta Shastra says, pashya. Go understand your true nature. Na pashyati mudha. What for he has put the role? Udara nimittam. Udara means to fill up the stomach. Bahukrita vesha. Acharya is very angry. Acharya found a lot of people cheating with awkward robe. So he really gets angry with them. So just by taking this, dust will not, sannyasa will not give you permanent bliss. Clear, no? There's only one person, you additional information, all of you. Only one person who even before birth, Arvind Balasubramaniam, declared aham brahmasmi. Yaar theriyuma ade? Vamadeva Rishihi. Eduthikonga. We all chant in daily Sandhyavandhanam. Ayatu iti. Vamadeva Rishihi. Ayatu iti anuvakasya. Anvayam adu purinjukonga. Padaviva anvayam. Ayatu iti anuvakasya. Ayatu sollu porame. Ayatu iti nan ayatu varada devi aksharam brahma sammitam. And anuvakattukku Ram Subbo. Ayatu iti anuvakasya. Yaar rishi edukku? Yaar rishi? Ba எழுதுங்க பா. சன்னியாசனம் பண்றீங்களா இல்லையா? எழுதுங்க. Somebody, nobody's giving chat in the chat. Vamadeva Rishihi. Vamadeva was the rishi. He is told both in your Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also it is told, and in another Upanishad also, that Vamadeva Rishi declared that aham brahmasmi even when he was in the garbham of his mother. அதுக்கு தான் அவ்வளோ கிரேட் பர்சன் தான் அந்த ரிஷியை நினைச்சுதான் காயத்ரி மந்திரம் பண்றோம். பிரம்ம ஞானம் கிடைக்கணும்னு புரிஞ்சுதா? பாயிண்ட். ஐத்தரேய உபனிஷத் எழுதிக்கோங்க. ஐத்தரேய உபனிஷத் and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad எல்லாம் Vamadeva Rishi பத்தி சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Please understand now. Womb itself. Very good. Now all of us cannot be like that, correct? Can we be born Brahmagyani? We cannot be born Brahma. So you have to work. First become, do karma properly, then karma yoga, then jnana yoga, then aham brahmasmi. Clear? Path clear, Ilya? There should be no confusion, only clarity. No tension, only attention. Now, Padavibhaga. Is Padavibhaga over for first sloka? I then can move forward quickly. Over or not? Not yet. Okay, not done. Okay. Karmanam anarambhad naishkarmyam purushaha ashnyate na cha sanyasanat. Not sanyasanat kadiyadu. Sanyasanat eva siddhim samadhigacchati. Clear? Now Anvaya. Anvaya I'll do once. Note down. All of you camera on. Clear? Okay, fine. Now Anarambhat karmanam. Anarambhat, because the kakaram comes takaram here. Anarambhat karmanam purushaha na ashnyute naishkarmyam. One half over. Second half. Eva sanyasat cha na samadhigacchati siddhim. second half, two halves of the sloka. Clear? All of you know Anmya is over. Somebody can confirm. Shivani, Anmya kadachida? Okay, very good. Now what is Bhagavan saying? Anarambhat karmanam. Action. What? Anarambhat karmanam. Arambhat na enna? Arambham na enna? What is Arambham means what? Beginning. Anarambhat means not even beginning. Not even starting. That means giving up. Anarambhat means giving up, avoiding. By avoiding action, karmanam. By avoiding action. Purushaha, a person, na ashnute, does not attain naiskarmyam, liberation. Naiskarmyam, beautiful word, equivalent to moksham, siddhim, gnanam, whatever you want to call it. Naiskarmyam means liberation. Clear? Clear so far? This is one half. That means what? Just by avoiding action, I will not do any action. One cannot get liberation. This is what Bhagavan is saying. First, enter into action, proper action, karma, then do karma yoga. Then what you should do? Go to jnana yoga. So Bhagavan is saying, okay, I will not get into grahasthashrama. I will try to become sannyasi and try to get liberation. Bhagavan is saying, eva means by mere sannyasat, renunciation also. Evakara means also. That means what? Either you got a grahasthashrama dharma or sannyasa dharma. Just by running away from family life, don't think you will get liberation. Many people got a wrong understanding. Please understand, even if you are a sannyasi, don't assume the person is a moksha swarupi. Unless the person has studied Vedanta Shastra properly from traditional guru, understood Aham Brahmasmi, Prasthanatraya Bhashyam and Shankara Bhashyam, and attempted to follow that life, integrate information and transformation, just by mere putting on a robe outside will not ensure moksham. This Bhagavan is saying very clearly. I am not saying. Purinjada, Enke sir, understood? No. So don't need to worry, sir. We are not able to take that Chaturtha Ashrama, fourth Ashrama, Sannyasa. Moksha undana. Moksham is not by elevation, it's not by external appearance, it is by Gnanam. I hope I'm trying to read it again and again and again. So, eva sannyasat, by mere renunciation also, eva means also, na samadhi gacchati, one does not attain. Samyak adhigacchati. Here, samadhi doesn't mean samadhi. Don't misinterpret, Shivani. Samadhi na samadhi kadeyadinga. Samyak adhigacchati, samadhigacchati. Adhigacchati means what? Attain. Samyak adhigacchati. One does not attain. Na samyak adhigacchati. What? Siddhim, liberation. So clear, huh? So first argument you need to take away after Bhagavan explained the twofold path of action or knowledge is that just by taking the sannyasam doesn't assure you moksha. I hope by now I have told enough number of times. Now after Pulaya Chaturthi, after Ganesh Chaturthi, I have told you many times, you should be able to keep this in mind. And what is the key to Gnanam? What is the key to moksha? Gnanam is the key to moksha. Now, next sloka. Who is going to chant today? Please come. Let's chant the next sloka. Now. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Nahi Kaschit Kshanamapi Jhato Tishtatya Karma Krite Karyate Havashah Karma Sarva Prakriti Jair Gunaihi.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Nahi Kaschit Kshanamapi Jhatu Tishtatya Karma Krite Kayate Hyavashah Karma Sarva Prakriti Jair Gunaihi.
Very good. All of you, let's stand together now. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Nahi Kaschit Kshanamapi Jhatu Tishtatya Karma Krite Karyate Hyavashah Karma Sarva Prakriti Jair Gunaihi. Now, Bhagavan is getting very, very, very practical. I told you Bhagavad Gita is very practical, extremely practical, that you can apply in daily lives. So Bhagavan is saying, why did I define two ways of life? Don't forget sloka number 3. Sloka number 3 is the bija sloka for 3rd chapter. For every chapter, there is a bija sloka, the fundamental sloka, foundation sloka. So please don't forget that sloka number 3 is fundamental to all that you're going to study. What did Bhagavan say? Lokes vidha nishtha pura prokta maya. Don't forget, by me. Bhagavan has recommended two ways of life depending on a householder or a sannyasi. Clear? Huh? If you're going to be a sannyasi, go study Gnanam. 24 hours, after 4 5 hours, sleep only Vedantam, Vedantam, Vedantam. If you're going to be a sannyasi. If you're a grahastha, manage your family, your office, your personal savings, house, bangla, car, and then spend some quality time for Vedanta Shastra. You understood now how to manage your life. Spiritual timetable will evolve that for a period of time. But that unless that is included, Gnanam is not possible. So Bhagavan is saying that, see, by nature, human beings cannot remain inactive. Yes or no? No one can ever remain inactive. No one can remain without action, even for one moment. Bhagavan is saying, he knows exactly our state of mind. Yes or no? Even if you say, sir, I'm not doing action, sir, I'm sitting quietly, sir, I'm not doing any action. Your mind is thinking something. What to do, what not to do, what will happen today. A lot of problems. The economy is there. Stock market is going up one day, down another day. Too many problems, not able to manage. Yes or no? Some problem is bothering the mind. Yes or no? Nothing is what my daughter is doing in California, India. California, what is my grandson doing somewhere? Something is bothering the mind always. Yes or no? Then the health problem is there, psychological problem, emotional. Enough of things are there to bother us, to keep us engaged, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Yes or no? That's why the 4 quarters are there. How to manage them effectively, efficiently. So Bhagavan is very practical. He says that no one can ever remain without action even for one moment. Because Bhagavan further justifies that by saying everyone is helplessly created to do action by the gunas born out of Prakriti. Prakriti means what? Who please come and attend our 13th chapter. We are talking about Prakriti Purusha. Prakritim Purushan Jaiva. All those things, no? Please. So, Prakriti means 3 gunas. What are 3 gunas? Rajo guna, Tamo guna, and Sattva guna. Those 3 are combination is what? Our physical body. And that will make you do action always. That is energy. Please understand, matter and energy are interchangeable. Yes or no? Point 1 now, physics. Energy, can you keep energy? Energy, potential form, energy, kinetic form. Yes or no? Potential energy will manifest as kinetic energy. You will be in action because we are bound by Prakriti, which is matter principle. Are getting the point now? Slowly, Bhagavan is introducing that there is a matter aspect to yourself, which is called as what we told in the 2nd chapter. The small I. Don't forget, everything is connected. The small I and the big I. What is the big I? The big I is pure consciousness. The small I is your matter principle, which is body, sense organs, your intellect, mind, everything. That is Prakriti, matter. As long as you're focused on matter, you will always be in action. And by nature, you are created to be in action. So I tell, sit down in one place and do Dhanam for 1 hour. How many of us can do? You tell me today. Very difficult. Yes or no? That is, first we say puja pannungo, playar puja pannungo, buy a playar vigraham, do alankaram, do shodashopajaram, then do naivedyam. So get the body and all involved with Bhagavan. Then you start chanting loudly. Then you chant in low tone. Then only lips should move. Then mentally you chant. Then the mind becomes still. Then learn how to do no withdrawal, how to do meditation, then only silence will come. It's a huge process. Vaidika Dharma says how to get to silence. So Bhagavan says one cannot be inactive because by nature, Prakriti forces you into action. Yes, sir. Bhagavan is practical or not? How do we disagree with Bhagavan? Helplessly bound by gunas. Correct, Venkatraman? Huh? Now, is that what Bhagavan told? Let us understand now. Padavibhaga. Na hi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtati akarma kriti karyate hi avashaha karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. Prakriti jaihi gunaihi. Two words. Prakriti jaihi gunaihi. Anvaya. He na kaschit jatu tishtati akarma kriti api kshanam. This is first line. Next step. He sarvaha avashaha karyate karma gunaihi prakriti jaihi. Beautiful words. Anvaya you got? You got the Anvaya or not? Ganesh Ramurthy kadchida, Anvaya kadchida? Okay, very good. Now, so what is Bhagavan saying? Let us understand overall analysis, then go into word meaning. Giving up action is impossible. You can give up action only when you get knowledge. Please understand, unless you get Aham Brahmasmi knowledge, one cannot give up action naturally. You can forcibly sit down in one place trying to say I'm inactive, but without Gnanam, you cannot give up action naturally. Second line you want, again what? You want the Anvaya? He sarvaha avashaha karyate karma gunaihi prakriti jaihi. Anusha here kadchida. You got it, no? Can you please acknowledge? I am looking at the chat box whenever my eyes is open. Okay. Got it? I want Anusha here to say yes. Madam, got it or not? You know, Anusha has not answered. Our Ashish Parikh, are you understanding? Huh? You can be in inaction continuously, and Madhu also. Okay. How? Only by Gnanam, not otherwise. Okay, fine. So let us continue now. Okay. Now, Anvaya is clear. Now, first point, please understand. First point is that you cannot give up action just like that. Impossible without Gnanam. First point. Second, what do we say? Venkatramani madam. Nah. Madam Venkatramani. So, what is the practical situation right now? What we do is, we all try to maintain the calmness of mind by keeping a japamala. All of you see many people, yes or no, Ashish Parikh? Now today, the fashion is, you know what I've seen? I was very surprised. When you go in the morning walk, people are wearing shoe and having japamala and going on. They're going like that. Have you seen? They think you can do walking japa. Walking japa. So people have a japam. Anusha here, okay, fine, seen you. Okay, you got the Anvaya, no? Anusha, you got it right? Okay, fine. So people have a japamala in the hand. Keep on chanting Ram Ram Ram. Whatever Krishna Krishna Krishna, you keep on chanting. Tongue will be chanting Ramanama. Hand will have japamala. But the mind will be doing what? Mind will be somewhere. Krishna Nair, where will the mind be? Mind will be with the problem you have with the boss, tomorrow's project schedule, or some problem with some relationship, something, yes or no? Even though all the facility are there, hand japamala irke, nakla Ramanama is there, Ram 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 Ram. Then what? You are trying to be tongue is telling Ramanama, japamala, everything is there. Mind is still restless. Now Ramesh Venkateshan, you are back in India. Even if you go to America, also same thing problem. Come to India, also same problem. Unless you train the mind and tame the mind, mind will not become calm. So please understand, even after, similarly, even if you just change an external robe, today I'm wearing pant shirt, okay? Today I'm wearing some dhoti and angavastram. Suddenly I change to an ochre robe. Do you think my mind will become calm? Practically, you tell me, just by changing a dress, will you become calm? But yes, putting a proper attire, sitting for puja, helps you to tame the mind. Venkataraman said, that means don't think putting pants shirt and doing puja is correct. Swamiji, don't think like that. At home, come and wear traditional dress, like a Venkataraman madam. Wear traditional dress. Wear proper. That will always improve and make you more and more moving towards stability of mind. Very. See, Mahaprabhu was told, why do I need a traditional dress? Why do I need to wear a proper dress to get some amount of control of mind? Simple example. I'll give an example. Ashish Parik. Suppose there is a police officer. He has not worn the police dress. Lot of traffic is there. He goes center of the 4-lane road, 4 lanes are meeting, says, stop, you don't move, you move. Will anybody listen to the policeman? Will anybody listen to the policeman? Say, अरे भाई क्या तुम कौन हो? तुमको क्या काम है? In Hindi we say also, काय को ऐसा बोलता है? In Bombay they say, no, काय को ऐसा बोलता है? They will say that and say you get lost. Correct or not? First point. Second, even that person without a police dress will not feel responsible to go and control the traffic. Yes or no? You see many times, you see police officers or policeman in normal dress, they'll be walking on the platform without even bothering what is happening, because they will not feel the responsibility to manage a crowd or some hooligan or whatever it is, or no, because the dress is not there. So Mahaprabhu was told in his lot of Upannyasam, Rajeshwar Vijayendra madam, if you wear a traditional dress, it imposes some responsibility on us. Oh, I should not follow a particular lifestyle. I should be more religious. I should do puja. I should do japa. Yes or no? Psychological is there. But that will not result in transformation. Lakshmi B, understand. There is you keep doing that n number of times, n number of years, decades. Then the mind gets transformed. Then whether you wear an ochre robe or you wear a normal dress, it doesn't matter. External appearance is nothing. It is the mind. Please understand that. I'm repeating again and again. So with that in mind, let us analyze the sloka. He, indeed, na kaschit, no one. Kaschit means no one. Jatu tishtati, can ever remain. So indeed, no one can ever remain. Akarma kriti, without action. There are two negatives. No one can ever remain inactive. No one can remain ever inactive. Apikshanam, even for a moment. How many are there, you see? Even for one moment, no one can remain inactive. That means what? If you put everything, remove all the negatives, that means what? Even every moment we will always be in action. That's what it means. Two negatives, one positive, right? You cannot remain inactive even for one moment. That means for every moment, our nature will push you towards action. And so Bhagavan is qualifying that second half, saying that he, because, why? Sarvaha, everyone, avashaha, helplessly. Did you ask for this body? I should be born like this. I should be born to these parents. Nah, I should be doing this profession. Did you ask for all these things? We didn't ask for this, right? That's why somebody told Ashish Parik one good joke. You cannot choose your parents, your father and mother. Better choose a good father-in-law. Very rich father-in-law, you get a lot of money. Certain things you cannot choose. So this is bestowed upon you helplessly. Please understand. These things are all preordained. So you will be in your way of life. Don't change. Don't try to change drastically. Drastic changes are a big problem. Slow and steady. Understand. By knowledge, by doing this, I'll be better off. By doing this, I'll be better. With that process, you should go step by step, step by step. That is how change happens. So helplessly, we are born out of our previous karmas. Avashaha, helplessly, Karyate karma, made to do action. What? By whom? Who is making you do all this action? Gunaihi. Bhagavachana, by the gunas. And how are these gunas born? Prakriti jaihi. Jaihi means Bhagavachana, being born. Jaiti janma. Jayate. So Prakriti jaihi, born of Prakriti. Are you getting the point? Because everyone is helplessly made to do action by the gunas born of Prakriti. Prakriti means what? Trigunatmikam. And this matter principle has got a certain amount of preordained. That means what? That is defined earlier. Velamali madam, write down on Subhashita, Rutvij, and our people wanted Subhashita, no? Or Radha Sagar, you wanted Subhashita every week. I'll give you Subhashita for today. Take it and remember that in the next class, okay? How we are helplessly caught? That question, if you want to answer, when Subhashita says, write down this. Ayuh karma cha vittancha vidya nidhanameva cha panchaite hi srijyante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. Now you see, now when you connect what Bhagavan says, what Upanishad says, what our Dharma Shastra says, what Subhashita says, very nice, easy way to learn Sanskrit. Yes or no, Aruna madam? If you learn Subhashita, you are getting Sanskrit, right? No, Guru Arpan, correct. Now write down. I will repeat again. Somebody can. Ayuh karma cha vittancha. I'll explain meaning and close the class. Ayuhu karma cha vittancha vidya nidhanameva cha panchaitehi srijyante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. Vidya madam, Guru Arpan, correct. So nice. Prakriti na enna? Previous your actions manifest as Prakriti in this life. Very good, Raja Sagar. Ayuhu. Even before you are born, your lifespan is determined. But don't try to start investigating. Go to different Jyotisha, sir. How many years will you live, sir? Forget about all these things. All is already written. Ram Subha inga party solva. Brahmaji vande Brahma Devada enna pannaanaaka மண்டக்குள்ள இதெல்லாம் எழுதிட்டு முடியால மூடிட்டான் அப்படின்வா. அதெல்லாம் பழமொழி. Let me tell you, all our old people are very, very intelligent. Mamta Patil, my grandmother used to say, all these things Brahmaji has written inside her head and put hair and closed it so that you don't find out. Okay. So, Ayuhu, karma, what kind of profession you will do? Have you seen many people study engineering? No, end up being a chess player, end up being cricket player. Many cricket players are engineers. Do you know that? You want me to name? I can name 4 of them already. Yes or no? Yeah, well, you try to become something, but you end up doing something. Karma cha. That doesn't mean everything is predetermined. So don't be fatalistic. There is a way, that definition, your mind will slowly go and accept that profession and do that. Vittam means money. How much money you will earn and how much money you will retain. That is another problem. Just earning doesn't mean you will have retain it. Lot of things can happen. You can also lose money. You can also double money, right? Ayuhu karma vittam vidya. Like our Ramesh Venkateshan. Everybody cannot be PhD. He has taken so many patents. So we can study up to one level. Some people are bestowed with lot of postgraduate, doctorate, postdoctorate. Now, how much you will study also is predefined. But how do you discover that? Keep on putting self-effort. You do your self-effort, you will discover one day what is the limit. It is like a cow. You see, a cow is tied to a tree, long rope. What it does, it goes like this, till it can go to one end. When the circumference, the diameter is reached, you cannot go beyond that. But what is the limit to find out? You have to go. No. So you keep on trying, then you will know what is the limit. That is the connection between fate and free will. Don't be fatalistic. Lakshmi B, please understand. Fatalism is extremely bad as per our Shastras. But remember, fate defines the outer line, but within that outer line, you got enough freedom to maneuver yourself in life. So, ayuhu karmacha vittancha vidya, knowledge, nidhanamevacha. How you will die, when you will die, what form you will die, we really don't know. All this is Prakriti. The beauty is all this is Prakriti. So what should we do in the available time? Now, Shivani should keep on investigating. How many years what I'm going to study? You, whatever your natural drive is there, you excel. Bala Natarajan, spend your time on that. More importantly, spend your time on getting Gnanam, Gnanam, Gnanam. Subramanian sir. Supramadam, let us all take a vow on the eve of Ganesh Chaturthi. What we should do? Who is the author of or writer of Bhagavad Gita? Who actually composed writing? Who did it? Ganesha, right? So Ganesha is part and parcel of Gita you're studying today. So by Lord Ganesha's grace, let us not, even though Prakriti will do its job. Let me tell you, Prakriti, Gunaihi, Trigunatmikam Jagat, Trigunatmikam Prakriti. That is what is defined. All these 5 definitions of a Prakriti. Now write down. Most important is Ayuh Karmacha Vittancha Vidya Nidhanamevacha Panchaite Sirjante Garbhastasya Vidya. It's nothing but for what? Ashish Parekh, for Prakriti or for your true nature, pure consciousness, the big guy. The big guy nobody can shake. Somoji, you are big guy. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. That nature of yours, no Prakriti, nothing can shake, nothing can come near. Even the Prakriti exists because of your Atma Tattvam, Brahma Tattvam. That Brahman you are. Please understand. Mayeva Sakalam Jatam, Mayi Sarvam Pratishtitam, Mayi Sarvam Layam Yanti, Tad Brahma Advayam Asmyaham. That is my true nature. Please understand. Once you understand that, then what? You will witness Prakriti. Oh, you want to play the game? Play the game. I am not going to be affected. That state you have to reach. So Prakriti, let it do whatever he wants. But we will focus on the Parama Purusham. That is what? Parama Purushartha, Mokshaham, Brahmasmi, Jnanam. Then what? You are released from all the travails of samsara, the Prakriti, everything, here and now. No more rebirth. Nah, Venkatram sir, you want that state or not? Nah, you want to cross Sansara Sagaram? Only by Gnanam. So Bhagavan is saying, Prakriti will do its role, but you focus on Gnanam. Nah, and how to get Gnanam? What is the way to get Gnanam? Attend Vedanta classes systematically 4 to 5 hours every week. That is enough. Boond boond banega sagar. That will become the ocean. Will fulfill you with knowledge one day, and then you will get released here now. Clear? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bham Satyayata Hari Om. So we'll come back on Saturday morning. The Saturday morning we are going to understand this Prakriti Purusha in more detail. That means what? Friday night. Ashish Parekh, don't miss it. See, Bhagavan is doing Prakriti in the 3rd chapter and explaining what Prakriti is actually in the 13th chapter. Look at the beautiful connection of Gita. Yes, Lakshya, very good. Chapter 13 is going to talk about Prakriti and its nature, what all it does, how to win over Prakriti. Also, Bhagavan is going to teach systematically. We'll see you on what? Saturday morning. Question, you please send it to me. I told you, there are 4 conditions for question and answer. First condition is you have to be attending all classes regularly. Second condition is you should send the question to me directly. Third question is when I am answering, you should be present. The 4th condition we are going to add now. Shivani, you are there? You please collate this and put it in one of the WhatsApp groups so that other people can get benefited. If you can, because for everything there should be some commitment. No. Classes are free and my question answer also going to be free, but some commitment you do. And whoever, Lakshmi, that madam who actually asked the question, I welcome all questions. But there's some condition. If you can satisfy all those things, please send a message to me. I will answer in the next class. Okay? Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Tat Sat.